In Creo Parametric 12, you can now save a multi-body part as an assembly. And this is great for people who want to use a design methodology where they create a single part with multiple bodies and then make the final product assembly at the end. So here I am in a multi-body sheet metal part that I used in previous videos. If you take a look at my model tree, I have a number of different bodies, a total of 13, including one that is empty. And now I want to make an assembly from this. To do that, I will go to the File drop-down menu and then choose Save As. And now we have the new Save As Assembly command located here. I will click on the button. Then I get a dialog box where I can give a new name for this. And I'm going to call this my tower because it is a computer tower. You can type in a common name if you want. And we have an option here to use our default templates. I'm going to click the Advanced button because there are a lot of great options in this dialog box. So first off, let me start at the bottom. Down here, I can specify a new name for the different parts. So I want to add a prefix onto the beginning of these names. So I will click on the Use Prefix button. I'm going to turn off Use Suffix, and I'm going to have them start with, let's do T followed by an underscore. And then I will select all, and then let's use Generate New File Names. And so it's updated the different file names. Here we have a section where we can choose if we want to use a different part template other than our default templates. We could also choose to use the source part properties or choose a different template entirely. I'm going to use my standard default template. Then underneath here for our different bodies, this is a completely empty body, so I decide that I don't want to generate it. And you can also edit the common names in addition to making any other additional changes to the file names. Over on the right, we have a list of the types of components that would be generated. And for our components that actually have features in them, by default, it is defaulting to creating an inheritance feature in those different parts. This option here is for copy geometry. And so for some of these parts, I decide that, you know what, these different clips, I just want to have a copy geometry feature in them instead. So I will select the buttons for them and change them to copy geometry. Then up at the top of the dialog box, there is an options drop-down menu. And one of the options is for including the properties. And I decide that I don't want to include the materials from the original models. I want to be able to change the materials in the target parts. And you also have options in here for changing the appearances, parameters, names, layers, and the construction body status. You also have an option for update control. So again, these different parts that are going to be generated are going to have inheritance features or copy geometry features. And by default, they're going to be set to automatic update so that if there are any changes to the original source part, then those changes will be propagated to the target parts. But we can change that to other options like manual update. In other words, you control it, or manual update with notification so you can find out when those different things are going to be updated, or you could choose no dependency. So after I change my option, I'm happy with all of that. In order to generate my assembly, I will click the OK button. And here we have our new assembly created. Here we can see that we have our tower assembly and all the different individual parts. Let me expand the first part here. You can see that we have our inheritance feature. And with the inheritance feature, I can see all the different features that were brought over from the original part. And we have a remove body feature. Let me go to the last component. This is one of the ones that I used with a copy geometry, and we can see our external copy geometry feature. I can click on it and then choose Edit Definition from the mini toolbar. If I go to the Options tab, we can see that our update option is set to manual update with notification like I had selected when I generated the assembly. Let me cancel out of here. And so that is how you can generate an assembly from a multi-body part.